Hi everyone, I'm Kelly and this is my channel. Today I want to talk about tech neck. Do you ever find yourself sitting at your desk, typing away, and you realize that your chin's jutting forward, your shoulders are rounded, and oh my god, all of a sudden, ow, your neck is killing you, your back is killing you, you feel like the hunchback of Notre Dame. Or maybe you're on your phone texting and then you realize you're slumped over looking at your phone like this. Well, this posture, this slouched forward chin posture is now coined as the term tech neck. And tech neck, not only is it uncomfortable, not only does it lead to pain, but it can even lead to more serious issues like slip discs or, ultimately, when we get older, actually being that hunched over little old lady or a little old man. So it's really important that we learn to stretch out those front of the body muscles that get super tight from slouching forward, and also just strengthen the back of the body muscles, which get really weak when we find ourselves in sitting positions for a prolonged period of times, which unfortunately most of us do these days just because of the technological age that we live in. It's kind of a necessity. I mean, even for me, I do a lot of writing and I'm super aware of what my posture should be, but all of a sudden have this aha moment where I'm like, oh my god, everything hurts and I'm slumped over. So no matter what, even if you're aware of your posture, stretching and strengthening is going to be really, really essential, because it's just inevitable that sometimes you're going to forget about your posture because you're so focused on that thing that you're writing or that email you're sending or whatever. So today we're going to go over a few of my favorite stretches for combating tech neck, and I hope that you find these really helpful. If you do, please comment below which ones that you found to be the most helpful, or if you have any that I left out today, and make sure to click subscribe so that you get notified each week when I post a new video. Alright, so we're going to get started. I want you to start by finding a comfortable seat. Now, this can be on a yoga block or in your chair. For today's purposes, I'll just show you kneeling down. You can always do it like this as well, but this position can be uncomfortable for a lot of people. So this is called, I call it a tech neck cat-cow. So cat-cow is a traditional sequence of 2 yoga postures, and we're going to do this seated today. So you're going to start with your hands on your knees face down. And you'll start by rounding your spine. So you're going to hold on to your kneecaps, draw your navel in, tuck your chin towards your chest, and feel the back stretching. So feel your upper back, your shoulders, your neck. You'll take a breath in and a breath out. And then on your inhale, you're going to slide your palms back along your thighs. Take your fingers into your hip creases, squeeze your shoulder blades together, and then lift up through your chest bone. Lift your chin slightly and just look up with your eyes. Maybe open the throat a little bit more. We're going to flow through that breath to movement, so breathe in. On your exhale, slide your hands forward to your knees, round your spine, and then lean back, chin to chest. Inhale, slide your hands back, fingers to the hip creases, open up your heart, lift your chest and your chin. 3 more, breathe in and out. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale, open up. Maybe the throat opens a little bit more. Exhale, round and curl. And then find a neutral spine. Now, that was 5 rounds. You're welcome to repeat that for 10 rounds. If you're feeling really tight, you'll notice right away it starts to feel really good to just open up the front of the body. And then it also feels really good to get a nice proper stretch into that space between the shoulder blades, because that does tend to get really tight and knotted when we are sitting and hunching over all the time. All right, so the next position we're going to take it to is our Cobra. Now, Cobra is going to not only strengthen the whole back line of the body, but it's going to open up the chest and the front of the shoulders. So we're going to start by laying down on the belly. Untuck your toes and take your palms next to your ribs. And you're going to bring your forehead down to the mat. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Press down through the tops of your feet and then inhale to lift your chest. Now you'll feel the muscles that run along your spine begin to strengthen. And then I want you to play with lifting the hands up, squeezing the elbows together. Take a breath in, lift higher. Stay for your exhale. And do that 3 more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Lift higher. 1 more inhale, lift as high as you can. And then exhale, release. We'll do that 3 more times, breath to movement. So inhale, lift up, squeeze. Exhale, down. 2 more. Last one. And again, you can repeat that for 10 to 15 reps, all right? Or you can stick with doing 4 to 5 reps like we just did. So the next stretch that we're going to do is open up the sides of the neck and the top of the traps, which also gets super tight from when we're sitting like this, really rounded and hunched up all the time. So you'll find a comfortable seat again. If you have a yoga block, you can sit the block between your feet, or if you're comfortable in your hero's pose like I'm in, you're welcome to take that. So we're going to start by taking the left fingertips, reaching down towards the floor. So they don't have to touch. If you have long arms and the fingertips touch, great. If not, they can just hover. And think about really reaching through that left hand. And then you're going to take your right arm straight out to the side. And we're going to start by flipping the palm upwards. And you're going to slowly lower your left ear towards your left shoulder. And just take a few breaths here. We'll do about 4 breaths. And you want to just start to feel the right shoulder and the side of your neck start to open up. The tighter you are, the more often you sit, the more often you type on your computer and text on your phone and look down, the more this is going to feel intense. Okay, now you're slowly going to tilt your fingertips down towards the floor, and we'll take 4 breaths here. You can just close the eyes. And if you're not really feeling anything in the side of your neck, you can play with tilting the chin down a little bit, looking towards your left hip, and you might feel the back side of your neck a little bit more. Let's take 1 more breath. Take the fingers straight back and then flip the palm around to face the ground again. Now curl your fingers towards your forearm and keep breathing. And now last one, you're going to flip the palm up, press away from you, try and keep the fingers straight. This is so intense on me that my middle finger and index finger kind of go numb. So if yours are too, you're not alone, okay? Breathe through the discomfort. If it's uncomfortable, it means you need to be here. As long as there's never shooting or sharp pain, you're good. Breathe through that discomfort. 2 more breaths. Slowly lift your head up, flatten out the palm, and then reach the right fingertips down towards the floor. Okay, so lift your left arm up, And slowly begin to flip the palm and lower your right ear towards your right shoulder. Really reaching through the right fingertips and the left fingertips. Taking a few breaths here and remembering that we all have a dominant side. So one side is going to be a little bit tighter. One side's going to be a little bit stronger. One side's going to be able to balance a little bit better. So just knowing that and honoring it. Remember, you can always tilt the chin down a little bit, look towards your right hip if you're not feeling very much. Let's take one more deep breath in here. And then slowly start to flip the palm downwards, pointing the fingertips towards the floor, pressing through the palm. Maybe feeling it through the forearm all the way to the fingers. Breathing. Pushing through that discomfort. And then flatten the palm back out, flip it over. And then slowly point the fingertips down, curl the fingers towards your left forearm, and breathe. Releasing all of that tension that we create from working on our devices. They are such amazing tools, but our bodies were not meant to be in that hunched forward position. One more breath here. And flip the palm up. Press the wall away from you. Notice which side felt a little bit more intense. And then flatten out the palm. Bring the left fingertips down. Woo, you can shake out the hands if they're a little bit tingly. And then I'm going to turn to show you this next one from the side. So it's kind of like a lion's breath. So if you're familiar with if you have a yoga practice, if you're familiar with yoga, this is a breathing technique that helps to release tension, not only from the body and the mind, but from the jaw and the mouth and the throat and the neck. So you're going to close your eyes. You're going to take a full breath in, palms face down on your thighs. On your exhale, you're going to stick your tongue out, open your mouth wide, and then tilt your chin back. And then bring the mouth back together and straighten out the neck. So we're going to do that 5 times. In traditional lion's pose, you don't tilt the chin back quite as much. But in this one, since our chins are going forward so much, we're going to take the chin back into alignment and then tilt the chin up and back. So make sure your neck is lined up nice and straight. Take a deep breath in and out. Close the mouth, straighten out your neck, close your eyes, breathe in. Keep the shoulders back, 2 more. Last one, I know it might feel silly. Find that neutral neck. Tilt your chin down slightly as you lift your chest up. Find your jaw in Dara Bandha. Plug your chin back. Feel that length in the back of your neck. Take a breath in and out. All right, our last pose that we're going to do is a bound forward fold. So you're going to come on up, Take the feet out nice and wide, come to a fold. And take a moment here, let your hands and your head hang heavy and just allow your spine to lengthen. Feel gravity opening up all that space in between the vertebrae that gets all compressed and tight from sitting. Maybe shake your head out no, shake your head out yes. Let everything hang for one more moment. And then interlace the fingers behind your lower back. Keep a little bend in your elbows so they don't lock out. And let everything hang. Now, if your shoulders are really tight, your hands may not leave your lower back. Or they may just leave a little bit. If they're a little bit more open, if you're stretching regularly, they may open up pretty far. But make sure you keep a bend in the elbows. And just hang here wherever you land. Shift the weight towards your toes a little bit. Let your head hang heavy. And just breathe. So we want to hold this for about 8 breaths or at least 30 seconds. Now when it's time to release, hands to your lower back and then to the ground. And then you can slowly stand up or just come down to a seat. And that is it. So I hope that you found these stretches and yoga poses for tech neck to be really helpful. I always recommend doing these when you know that you're going to be seated for a prolonged period of time, or if you find yourself on your phone a lot. If your neck and shoulders and traps are already hurting, definitely make sure to be doing these stretches a couple of times a day. If you know you have a long day at the office, do it in the morning, in the middle of the day, and then at night. And just allow yourself the time and the space to stretch out so that you can prevent any bigger chronic injuries from occurring and from, ending up in the future being hunched over. So please leave a comment below. Let me know how these worked for you. And again, if you have any stretches that you would recommend. And make sure to follow me at Instagram at Kelly Collins Wellness to get daily fitness, yoga, and meditation and mindfulness tips, tricks, and information. Also, make sure to click subscribe so you get notified every single week when I post a new video. Thank you. Have a beautiful neck pain-free day, and I will see you soon. Namaste.